Okay, let's go live on YouTube and Twitch. And let's see what today has in store for us. Just resize the window here. Boom. So, day 15 of Advent of Code. I wonder if this is going to be a tough one. I see the name Lanternfish in green, which reminds us of a... Hey Amate, welcome. Welcome in the chat. How was today? I was looking at the Discord and I was... not this one. I think only you shared something for a day 15, so either it's very difficult or people have not been doing Advent of Code yet, so curious to see which one it is. And I had an idea for like a visualization for yesterday's one because I liked it so much. And yeah, I've been working a bit in Blender and Unity, but I don't have much time, so it's not coming along that great. But I made a shader that lets me like set a texture based on the normal direction, and yeah. Amate says, I think it's a ladder, it's not that hard, actually it's quite simple. Nice. Yeah, I was very rusty with Blender. I had to actually look up a few tutorials again on how to do it. And then since this is like, it has a bevel, of like I did like an inset and then a bevel to recess it a bit. So you have to then click each one of those one by one, and then like PP to create separate objects of it because I want every one of those to be addressable. So this is like a 32 by 8 grid of screens. So those are 256 screens. So that way you could have like, my idea was like to make like a scene where like there's a capybara staring at the security monitors and then it has to like a big red button here like stop, and then it will just keep updating every screen like one by one. And where it has to find the Christmas tree. So I was like, I could make a little fun game out of it as well, but yeah, that was the idea basically. But yeah, ideas are easy, execution is hard, so it takes a bit. So I was like in Blender trying to do some surface painting and with the UVs, and I was like, I'm missing a few steps with making that properly. So I then just imported into Unity, threw away a bunch of the Blender stuff, and then just started creating new materials and like a shader for the screens. But yeah, it's a lot of work. It's but fun though. It's fun. I really like working in Unity and Blender, and it's just a lot of work. Let's see. Amate says, but you're way more advanced with Blender than me. Never touch any 3D modeling thing. Good job. Thank you. It's actually just so basic because basically what I did is I started out with a cube, then did like a subdivide, pull it out, and extrude here, and that's a basic shape. So you had like a basic like let's see. Like I could do this in a few minutes again because you first start like with the cube, and then you like elongate it so that you get like this shape. And then you make a cut, like a cut here, and then pull that out so that you get this shape. And then I just extruded this, and then corrected the angle upwards. And then you end up with like the basic shape was then like this. Boom, 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 boom. So the basic shape that I made was like this, with like an edge here. And then, so I decided to clean all that up, and then I made all the screens, and then I made the button here. But then because of all the screens, there were like 500 sides, not 500, but just a few less. On this button side, there were all sides of like all smart like vertices that didn't need to be there. So I also went in and cleaned everything so that it would have as little vertices as possible. So yeah, it's I tried to make it a bit proper, but it's still very rudimentary and crude, and then I cut out some sides, and It's very basic because also like it was wonky on one side, it wasn't straight, and I don't even know how to do that. So I then just like optically I just adjusted stuff so that it kind of looks straight, and it won't use physics, so it's not a problem. So next thing that I need to do is actually just build a room around it, have like a yellow light in a corner somewhere with like exit on it, and then a chair and a capybara, and then try to make all the screens emit like a yellow, greenish glow, just a little bit, and then have the stuff come on there. At least that was the idea. I don't know if I'll manage to solve it, but that was the idea, and I thought it would be a lot of fun to do. But yeah. See, Martis, you have to start somewhere, and if you thought about cleaning your model, I'd say you're above many people who call themselves 3D artists. Ah, no. I'm more the technical side, so it's not that creative, it's more the technical side. And I just know, like, I don't know where I want to run it yet, but if it's like a web-based browser, like saving every bit of geometry that you don't have to render and taking it out, it will just help a lot. So, yeah. But yeah, the task at hand is Advent of Code day 15. So I guess we'll just start reading it and see where it leads us today. Right. Get another sip of my coffee. Warehouse Woes. You appear back inside your own mini submarine. Each historian drives their mini submarine in a different direction. Maybe the chief has its own submarine down here somewhere as well. You look up to see a vast school of lanternfish swimming past you. On closer inspection, my apologies, I'm not recovered completely yet. Let's see. On closer inspection, they seem quite anxious, so you drive your mini submarine over to see if you can help. Because lanternfish populations grow rapidly, they need a lot of food, and that food needs to be stored somewhere. That's where those lanternfish have built elaborate warehouse complexes operated by robots. These lanternfish seem so anxious because they have lost control of the robot that operates one of their most important warehouses. It's currently running amok, pushing around boxes in the warehouse with no regard for lanternfish logistics or lanternfish inventory management strategies. Right now, none of the lanternfish are brave enough to swim up to an unpredictable robot so that they could shut it off. However, if you could anticipate the robot's movement, maybe you could find a safe option. The lanternfish already had a map of the warehouse and a list of movements the robot will attempt to make your puzzle input. The problem is that the movement will sometimes fail as boxes are shifted around, making the actual movement of the robot difficult to predict. For example, here's a map, okay, and that's a lot of movement. As the robot, the @ sign, attempts to move, if there are any boxes marked by O in the way, the robot will also attempt to push those boxes. However, if this action would cause a robot or a box to move into a wall, nothing moves instead, including the robot. The initial positions of these are shown on the map at the top of the document the lanternfish gave you. Ah, this is fun. I wonder if there's like a rule, like if there's 2 boxes that it won't move all of them, or... But we'll find out. The rest of the document describes the moves, up, down, left, right, that the robot will attempt to make in order. The moves form a single giant sequence. They are broken into multiple lines, just to make copy pasting easier. New lines within the move sequence should be ignored. That's good to know. Here is a smaller example to get started. Okay. Where the robot to attempt the given sequence of moves. Were the robot to attempt a given sequence of moves, reading is hard, sorry, it would push around the boxes as followed. We'll go to the right. Yeah, okay. So if there's more, it will push them all along. That is fine. Yeah, this is pretty... The larger example has many more moves. After the robot has finished those moves, the warehouse would look like this. Okay, the lanternfish use their custom goods positioning system, GPS for short, to track the locations of the boxes. The GPS coordinates of a box is equal to 100 times its distance from the top edge of the map plus its distance from the left edge of the map. So XY in our case when this is 0, 0. This process does not stop at wall tiles. Measure all the way to the edges of the map, sure. So the box below has a distance of 1 from the top, and 4 from the edge of the map, resulting in a GPS coordinate of 100 times 1 plus 4. Okay. The lanternfish would like to know the sum of all the boxes of GPS coordinates after the robot finishes moving. In the larger example, the sum of all boxes is this. In the smaller example, it's that. Okay. Predict the motion of the robot and boxes in the warehouse. After the robot is finished moving, what is the sum of all boxes coordinates? Okay, sure. Sounds like fun. So let me move this so that you can see what I'm doing. Let's clone day 0 and make it into day 15. Day 15. Day 15. And the first answer becomes this. And I think I might want to go back to like, was it day 12? Yeah, to this input style. Because I like that for when there is multiple. So let me just do bloop. And we only had 2 examples, so let's remove the rest. We'll set -1 for the P2 answer because we don't know it yet. This one be -1, -1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Usually there's a reason why they have more than 1 example, but let's figure it out. That's the first. That's the smaller one. Okay, that's the input. Cons char left is up, right, down, left. Okay. And just so that I don't accidentally copy something that's different from the input, I'll just take it from the actual input to make sure that I don't have a mistake there. So that is the moves. We have start marker is the @ sign. Ball marker is this. And then we have a box marker. Boom. Marta says, I love this day, to be honest. Yeah, it sounds like fun. So we have our movement, we have our markers. This is fine. Should probably also take the test format like this. So yeah, let's do the input. So we can do void parse string raw. So we do raw dot split by, and I need to make sure that I do replace r by, in this case, string dot empty, and split by double new line. Real input is Unix style as is Windows, so strip carriage returns. So we have string raw map. I should probably do it like this. Okay, so this one needs to be 2 lines. Join string dot join. So this is all the things, and I probably need to just to make sure that there's no trailing stuff, I trim it all. I do them 2 lines, and then I combine them because they say it could be multiple lines split up for readability. Then I need to map these all as directions. So what we can do is, and I could just actually do a select many and then join, but it's fine. So do dot select. This is a character now. So let's do, will I add support for this as a direction? Maybe. So what I can do is have like const, and I can make this public const up marker. I will just call these all marker, right marker, down marker, left marker. These are characters. So now I can do also like a conversion there. Oh, this needs to be in the direction. This one needs to be there, and this is like car, and this will be raw. And I wonder if I could do the new contact, the new switch, but I'm not sure if I could do like raw switch. Could I do like up marker there dot up? Does that allow me to do that? Switch expression not handle all possible values. Okay. Looks like it allows me to do this. Right marker, down marker, left marker. So now I can just do it like that, which is pretty cool. So I can remove all of these actually, because we have it there, and now I can just select as diff. Or do I need to do it like this? So this will now give us, I will make sure that I convert this into a list, so I need to set it here. So I can do this then becomes string a, and this one becomes a list of directions. No, it's just a list of direction. My bad. I think that should be fine. Movements. Let's see. I know what's ring, first, second type. What does it complain about? The argument type cannot be inferred. Try specifying, because in this one it's a string. This one. So this is an IEnumerable of there, which it should convert to a list of there when I do this. So why doesn't it like this? We'll find out. Let's see. And the first one needs to be as 2 lines as grid. No, I had a function that I used yesterday. I just made a new extension for the grid. Like, let me see. G says, oh, this one, happy Sunday. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it looks fun. I made a new extension to just do it in one go. Did you do today's one already? What do I call you, by the way? Just G? Map as grid locations, no. G is fine. Also, yes, finished it earlier, making lunch now. Ah, enjoy your lunch. Public, static, grid. I know the return type. What did it? Ah, okay, to grid. I didn't remember if I needed to parse it into lines first or not, but I can just do like, okay, to grid. So this now becomes a value tuple of, so the to grid gives you the grid and then string raw like this. So now I just don't know why it doesn't like this part. So now if I just take this away and I do to list, does it now like it? Yeah, now it's satisfied. So that is weird, right? Ah, it's the as that couldn't determine it. Never mind. It's my as operator that doesn't know how to interpret this part because it needs to. Normally when I use this usually requires the 2 types to be specified, right? But normally it can infer it from what you try to return here, because this has a return type, so it can infer it without specifically specifying the type argument for the as operator. But if you do like the new collection style notation, it can determine its output type. And normally that's fixed by specifying the type here in front, so that it can infer it that way, but it needs to pass this hurdle first and it just can't, so no worries. We'll just do it this way today. So this is now our input parsed, and we should probably return this as a type. Now you can just do this one-liner. Let me just put it this way. Okay, so we have a parse function that I can call from multiple places. So var p is parse t dot input. Okay. Martin says, not the first time new cool kids had faults as well. Yeah, no worries. P dot. It doesn't say. I didn't give it. This will be grid. Let's call it map because there's a grid inside. So now we have this. Now we need to map out all of this. So then it would actually be like p dot map dot raw dot map map as grid locations, and then I need to pass it the start marker and box marker, wall marker. Okay, var marker locations is this. And Martin says, I'd say to list is as far as I go. I'm happy with that. I think maybe there's some use for it. Where it makes the code much shorter and cleaner, but I can't see it. Yeah. So now we have like grid location, start location. Location is marker locations. It's actually, yeah, I can do it like this. So I can do a hash set grid location. So this will be start locations, box locations, wall locations. And then I can do, I think I can do it like this. Start locations, box locations, wall locations to destructure it, but I'm not 100% sure. As value tuple 3, I think, right? So yeah, this is a bit of magic. And this is what I said yesterday that I miss from having like Python magic stuff. So if you have 3 variables, you can put them like this as if you were doing a value tuple, but it will just be references to them. And now if I pass in a value tuple 3, so something that has 3 values in a value tuple, it will destructure it like this. So I have my start marker, box marker, wall marker. And if I map these, now these 3 hash sets will have those values. So grid location is start location dot start location. First, actually it should be single. 2 more C# versions and you'll have that. Yeah, probably. But I made my own version in the meantime. And I probably should do this in like the parse function as well here, right? Because you will do that in multiple places. So let's go back to real function. Boom. So we can do var parsed is this. So with parsed dot I need to specify it like this, or it won't have the names properly set up. Okay. So I also want to return more. I want to do grid location, start location, hash set of grid location, box locations, and a hash set of grid location, wall locations. So now we can return, parse.map, parse.movements, start location, box locations, and wall locations. So now our parse function actually returns everything that we need to do. And this type is getting really ugly, so I should probably just create a record for it, just so that the type is legible, but yeah, it's fine. So now we don't need to do this. So now we have our marker, we have our grid, and now we can implement all the logic. So let me think. So I need to have a function like public bool has open spot in direction, direction, grid location, current, and then we need to have our grid map, string raw, hash set of grid location, wall locations, hash set, grid location, box locations. And this probably bool has open spot. We should probably make that a spot count actually. Hash set of grid location, connected boxes. Let's also take that into account. So yeah. Boom. So we can do for next is current plus direction. While next, bool open, bool next open, next box. While next open, next box equals there's so many things that I need to check. I think like, do I need a do while loop or something? But no, it's fine. Let's see. Forget the loop for now. Let's do all the conditions first. Next open is actually we do char next val is raw next dot row next column and I'm thinking if I should just make an extension method by now. So I can do like public static char val this string comma grid location. Location and then string raw. No, this one needs to be the one. This string raw. Raw location dot, come on, location dot row, location dot column, something like this. So I can just do raw dot val next. Or I make it a function of this one and do it the other way around. Maybe that's neater, like you do next.val and you pass in raw. I think that is better. So let's go to grid location and put it there. I can just alright, extensions. Public char val string raw like this. You might need to have some bounds checking here, but yeah, it's fine. We can do while map dot is yeah, next is inbounds map. That's also fine. Next open is no. Next box is box locations that contains next. So we don't actually need to check this. Okay. Mizard exit val get from. Yeah. Not a bad idea. I just realized that I don't need it, but good suggestion for the name. And welcome to the stream. Let's see. I don't need it right now because I actually have the locations already set up. So I can do next box is that. So this one needs to be connected box is of add next. If not next box. And not wall locations contains next. This is fine. If this fine, else return true connected boxes, right? Return false. So this is basically the logic, and I also need to do next is next plus direction. So we check that we're still in bounds of the map, that we haven't hit a wall, and if so, we'll make sure that we check if the next one is a box. We will add it to our list and we continue. Otherwise it will be a free spot and we return all the boxes that we have and that we found an open spot. So So I think that's all the logic that we need right now. So yeah, let's see. Grid location current is p dot start location. For each var movement in p dot movements, info is has open spot in direction, which means movement current p dot map dot grid p dot map p dot map dot raw p dot box locations p dot wall locations. Okay. So if info dot has open spot, we do current plus movement. And then we do for each we do p dot box locations except with info dot connected boxes. And actually we don't need to do that. We can just remove the first one and add it as the last one, I think. So like var first, let's first do if info dot has connected boxes that count larger than 0. We can do var first is info dot connected first. Var last is info dot connected boxes dot last. And we do p dot box locations dot remove first. And then we do first is last plus movement. And then we do info dot connected boxes dot add p dot box locations dot add first, like this. So this one takes the first one that we move into and just add this as the last one. I think this is the logic that should work. After this we need to have the logic, and it's like the row times 100 times row plus column, right? 100 times this on top plus it's just, yeah, okay. Okay, so now we do P1, long P1 is P dot box locations dot sum row times this plus x of column, and let's, I can just copy this. I can just do it like that. Okay, long p2 is -1 because we don't know that yet. So let's make sure that we run today's code and let's see what happens. Okay. 00. But the test worked, so I don't print that out. I think. Let me just set this here. So expected P1 and P1. So yeah, the code works. It all works in one go yet again. I don't know what it is this year, but I have so many times when I've been like coding for, how long is it? Like over half an hour, and it just works in one go. So yeah, I'm let's see what happens if I run the real code. False. I don't even have the implementation of this code set for P1 net, but basically it's this. So I can actually do just a long solve part 1 string input. This, so I can do P1 as solve part 1 tput input. Boom. Here's the real input. Yeah, something like this. Woohoo! One shot gold star. Nice. Yay, congrats. Thank you, Amarte. Always happy when it works, especially like this when you've been coding for like such a long time and then like boom, everything works in one go. Always nice. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see what part 2 has in store. Congrats, almost done now. Okay. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not, but we'll find out. The lanternfish use your information to find a safe movement to swim in and turn off the malfunctioning robot. Just as they start preparing a festival in your honor, reports start coming in that a second warehouse robot is also malfunctioning. This warehouse robot is surprisingly similar to the one you just helped. There is one key difference: everything except that the robot is twice as wide. The robot's list of movement doesn't change. To get the wider warehouses map, start with your original map and for each tile make the following changes. Okay. Not sarcasm, but if you can do part 1, then part 2 is not unsolvable. Yeah, sure. Let's see. So we have a translation map. Let's just put this in before I start reading. Boom, 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 boom. Why didn't it copy that? Let's try again. Okay, let's see. To get the wider warehouse, yeah, if the tile is hash, the node contains 2. If it's a box, it contains 2 parts of a box. Okay, if the tile is a period, it's there. Okay, it's the left. Okay, this will produce a new warehouse map, which is twice as wide and twice with wide. Okay, which is twice as wide and with wide boxes that are represented by blah. Okay, the robot does not change in size. The larger example from before would now look like this. Because boxes are now twice as wide, but the robot is still the same size and speed, boxes can be aligned such that they directionally push 2 other boxes at once. For example, consider this situation. Yeah. Okay. Sure. The warehouse also uses GPS for the larger boxes, blah blah blah. It's the same thing. In the scaled up version of the larger example from above, after this robot has finished all of its moves, the warehouse would look like this. Okay. So some of these boxes, okay. Is this a new example or is it the same example? The larger example from before, okay. Yes, okay. So now we know that this one has a part 2 of this. Satya says, oh, we're on this part already. Yeah, sorry, and welcome. Satya says, this took me a delta of 6 hours from part 1. Okay, I think it's time to quit programming forever. Nah, don't be like that. There's always be something that kicks you in the ass. Yeah. Oh, the 105 here, yeah. Let's see. I can put it in as well. Okay. Now we make sure that this one gets a second value. Well, it was 105, I think, right? 105. Let's see. Next time, this same problem will be easier. Most people here do game programming and will be probably easier for them. Yeah, it's. I mean, it will be a bit of a challenge, but it's okay. Because I have lots of helpers here already. It took me so much longer because I was stuck on the same thought, I think. Okay. So yeah, the issue that I have is that everything I've written is based on single grid locations. G says, I must have done a Sokoban before as well. Satya said, and I tried to speed solve it without any pre-planning, so yeah. Okay. Basically, my idea will be, what will my idea be? I actually think that I won't do this, but still only map this left character here, but then always check like that one +1 for every one of them. So I will do what the map says but instead of making it this, I will convert it into just this single character with a period, and then I will just always take the next space there as so that's what I think I will do. But first let's do like a regex replace. The other thought that I had was like, okay, why can't I just make this do half steps? But that doesn't work. It could work, but that would be annoying. Because my grid system uses, actually, no, I should not do that. Let me think. Because the stuff that I have right now works pretty good. I retained the small wall map, but just looked up by cell divide by 2y. Yeah. I just think that it will cause more confusion for me if I do that. So I will probably do the transpose, but save it here. Welcome, first time chatter. Welcome to the stream. I've just finished part 1 of Advent of Code day 15, and I'm now contemplating how I will do day 2. Another first time chatter, Dragon Poop Meow. Says, I just solved part 2, huge project. Okay. Yeah, congrats. Some of the upside for me is that I've written helpers over the years that make stuff easier. I don't know why I've waited till now, but I just added something that maps this into my directional code, because I have like a class that is basically just direction info, and it can be a combination of multiple directions or just be used to signify like a location, and it works in tandem with my grid location class, so I can easily do math with locations and find neighbors, and then there's a grid that does the bound checking for me, and which walkable neighbors there are, etc., etc. So when you keep expanding your code like this, it becomes really, well, not easy, but it becomes a lot nicer to code solutions like this. Right? So I can just take a single character, convert it to my direction class, and that will be all the movements. And yeah, let me think. So I wrote, basically this is all the logic that was needed for today. Like has open spot in direction, where you give it like the direction you want to go, the current location you are, and it will then just check, okay, can I go in that direction and what's in my way connected to it. Satya said, I should make my own library for Advent of Code. I think I'm struggling too much to do basic stuff. Well, yeah, the thing is, if you take away the easy stuff, because everybody can do this, right? That's not, it just lets you focus on other stuff instead. So instead of writing the same boilerplate code every time, it just lets you focus on other stuff. Because yeah, basically this was the logic that was needed to solve this in combination with everything else that I already wrote. So it's just, okay, well, we start at one point, we want to head in one direction, just keep going there while we are still inside of the map and we haven't hit a wall. Like if the next place that we look at, is there a box there? Good, keep track of it. As long as there's no box there, but it's also not end of the map or bounds, return all the boxes that we've seen, and then we know that we can move one place in that direction. And this could be made smarter to actually just keep going as long as it can, and then return how many open spots there are, so that you could like look at the direction and maybe see how many you could use there, stuff like that. But yeah, it's fine. Let's just do, okay, string convert to part2 string raw, right? So we do a string builder, sb is new, return sb.toString. So we can do for each for each string line in raw.toLines. Don't want to deal with the new lines right now, so that is fine. For each char C in line. Switch C. Case blah break. So let's see, if we have a pound sign, we append to sb.append. Is there actually like a character and then a count? Yeah, see, that's nice. So C, 2. The same for the, no, it's not the same, only for the dot. So we can do those cases there. If it's the box marker, I can do wall marker here. Box marker. Char box left marker is this. Box right marker is this. So I will add it, but I will not map it. That's what I will do here. So we'll just do it like this. Box left marker, box right marker. You could also do like const string new box marker is box left marker plus box right marker. Oh yeah, it won't let me do that, right? So this is annoying. So you would have to dot to string, but then it's no longer a constant, so you're not allowed to do this. So so you would have to do static read only string new box marker is like this, and you do box left, box right, so that way you don't have to do it every time, and save a little bit, but it only happens a few times, so it's really not worth it, but I like to do stuff like that anyway. So this one becomes start marker. Sure. But then it would still reconstruct it every time, right? So I'm happy with how it is, but box left marker, box right marker. No, it doesn't like that. So you probably have to do like no. Doesn't like it, Mizzard X. Oh, it would be a char array there. Yeah, in the append here. Yeah, sure. So I'm just leaving it as this now. So sb.append. This would be like this. I didn't map the empty position marker. So I can do it like this. Then I can also just do it like this here. New start, start position. Who am I kidding? It only hits once. Let's just leave it like that. It's okay. So yeah, then we can do sb.append line like that. And this one will be our p2 string. Sure. Let's see, if I do solve p2 and we blow it up like this, convert to part 2, and let's also just move away all those things that I put here and put them with the rest up top. This one was an OG one, like that, okay. Part 2, we convert the inbox, so that is all fine. This says append would be read-only span char, which is more efficient. Append interpolated string handler. Okay. I'm just thinking like if I would have it in line, it would recreate that thing. Well, it depends on what the compiler does, but since it's constants, it might be able to pull it out, hoist it above, and then just do it once. let's see, for part 2, the mapping now needs to be different because this parser needs to have, let me think, the parsing logic. Car box marker is no. It doesn't let me do that, right? Haha, okay. Now we do it like this. So now it needs to specify the box marker for the parsing. So for part 1 it becomes box marker, and for part 2 it becomes left box box left marker. So now this one needs to check boxes are double wide true. False. So here we do bool boxes are double wide. Dun, 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 dun. So let me think. For horizontal movement, this doesn't matter, but for vertical movement, it does. So, which net runtime are you using? 8. I still need to switch everything up to net 9, but it's still 8 here. So, if boxes are double wide, actually I can do if not, or direction is horizontal. Let's make that direction. So let's so we can have some properties here. Public bool is horizontal, get this equals right, or this equals left. As it is vertical, up or down. So if it's horizontal, we do the simple logic. Else we need to check. So let's say, okay, we have our current thing. You can have a box here. Wait, we can have the start of a box here, and we can have the end of a box here, which means since we don't map these and I only have this one, I always need to check for the exact and one to the left, basically, to make this work. But now my logic of taking the last and moving it over won't work because they can be offset. So I will actually have to shift every one of them over. So just that I don't mess that up. So that is fine. Let's see, has open spot in direction. So basically, if it's this one, that's fine. Else, if boxes are double wide and direction dot direct is vertical and next plus div dot left. Basically, it's like if it's this or this. Boom. Then we have a connected box. Yep, I think that should be good. We can remove this because it's not relevant. But now for part 2, this logic needs to change. So we need to actually do p.box locations except with all of those connected boxes, and then we need to do for each var box in that would be add box plus movement. So yeah, that's the new logic for part 2. And I think that should be it. Let's see if this works. Oh, I don't have the test for part 2 yet. Where do I run my tests? Let me see. Is it all the way up top? I don't even remember. Okay, let's see. Convert. That one. Solve. Oh, here it is. Solve part 2. T.input. And does the input expect to be already converted? No, it's fine. It will do it there. Okay. I wonder why it didn't complain. Oh, I set it to -1 there so that it won't complain. Ooh, so it works already. That is cool. So yeah, let's do part 2 is solve part 2. Answer is too high. Okay, so I made a boo-boo somewhere. That is annoying. Ah, I think I know. It can go when it goes in the horizontal movement. I take an empty spot, but it needs to be the +1 as well. Has open spot. This one. Let me think. not boxes are double wide, or direction dot is, no wait, the thing is I need to make sure the thing is that I only map one side, so that is my issue. So I need to make sure that the free space that I count here is not because there is like when I shift them over horizontal, I can't, if the last one before it is a box marker, it's not a free space. So like let me check the test, because I can see some of the issues that I would have, but I wonder why the tests appear to. The tests don't run because I didn't set it to tests. That is stupid, I forgot that. So yeah, this is incorrect, fine. So the issue that I have is that I try to move it over. Actually, this one can be simpler. Or because basically it's boxes are double wide, and what do you call it? This one. Because for the horizontal, I also need to make sure that it's a box there. Yeah, this one will deduplicate all the locations. I need to do an actual bool here. Bool is wide match. False. I need to set this here. So here I need to do, if it's wide match, I do an otherwise next. This one becomes next plus dir left. So I need to make sure that I don't add the wrong one. Let's run this. I think this might be the solution here. 921. What did I get? Still the wrong answer there. Damn it. I guess we go to printing. Okay, let's do the the second one, and then let's see, where do I do the test values here? So I can take the third one. Dot skip 2. We only care about this one, and let's just print out every step for each movement. Okay. P dot map grid dot print path. This is wall marker, comma wall locations, wall marker, colors dot console color dot white. Sure. What is it complaining about? I've done this before, right? I need to have like all the Do they have another one that just prints everything? It's fine, I'll just do it. I'll just do dot box locations. Use this concat. Why doesn't it like this? Cannot convert from void to bool. Right 9. Oh yeah, that is fine. Would it allow me to do p.box locations like this? Yeah, okay. So the wall, we have the wall locations, this will be the box locations, box marker, and this one can be green. I should probably also add the current. Start marker. Console color red. Okay, let's see if I run this. Okay, what is it complaining about? P1 doesn't exist. Sure, I'll solve P1 for you. That's fine.
Exception thrown. Object reference at such an instance of an object. What's this? Call stack. Let's see. Where are we? Dun. Yes, that didn't need to be that. I needed to put in. How come it's an issue now? That's interesting. Did I break something? Let's see, convert to part 2. So this part needs to be... I wonder why I didn't throw an exception before. That's really weird. So I need to do the whole split by thing. Okay. It's 0. It's fine. I think this is the one. Let's see. Because this one will end in a new line as well, right? Let's see. Is this the proper way? Yeah. Okay. Why is there a... that map is not correct. There's a wall thing there that shouldn't be there, or... Ah, okay, it's actually there. Never mind. Okay. Oh, I forgot the whole thing that I said that I need. No, I did do that. That's weird. Let me think. This is interesting. Because it does this and then it goes up. This isn't the way it should be. Because it didn't take this left one. Ah, yeah. It flares out there. So you can see my bug. It pushed this one up, but not this one, because this one is like half adjacent to that one. Okay, makes sense. So this is interesting. So we also need to have like a grid current, but we also need like an int width. Is 1. So basically we start at this is the upward force, and then if we find a box, we need to make sure that we move to the left of that box and set how wide the thing is that we're pushing right now. Actually, we can take all the connected boxes and do a min on the side there. And once again, this is only for the vertical movement that we need to do more. So I should probably do like if movement that is vertical, take into account the full all the boxes that are being put. You could have a gap. Think of yeah. I was just thinking of that. We just need to, like, for each one of the boxes, need to check the same. Because this becomes like a recursive function. Because for horizontal movement it doesn't matter. Like for horizontal movement we can still just do this, except that it still needs to check. Oh, it's this logic actually where the movement needs to be taken, needs to be checked. Like for the horizontal movement, the thing that you have to take into account is like the that they are double wide. Yeah, this is tougher than it looks at first sight. Something tells me that I could just call like this function recursively for every box as well. Let me think. Yeah, I think I could make this a recursive call. So every box is also, yeah. Let me think. I'm just gonna copy this so that I can just, let's see. Does it matter? Because if it matches to the left, it doesn't. I don't need to. If I check this first, it always gives a true or false. Let's see. If I just need to check those both anyways, because we don't care. I mean, I can still do it because I need to have hit either one of them. Let's see, if it's white match, you do has open spot in direction, direction. This one would be next plus delta left. Map raw box locations, wall locations, var if recurse has open spot and otherwise we can do connected boxes dot add recurse dot connected boxes. Union with sure, so this one would collect forward. In this case we do connected boxes dot add next plus left. Might as well make a grid location left. Left is next plus left. That's a connected box. And then we add everything it finds there. The same we do if box above is box location as contains next. If not is white match and not box above. That's fine. Otherwise we move on. And the same thing happens here. Next. Next. Like this. So now we have a function that will just do everything and branch out for each box, I think. Okay. Like this. Solve part should have this one removed as well. So this one uses single and then was double. Okay, so let's run this and see if this works. Woohoo! For 18. Okay, not quite, but some of the logic worked. Let's see what messes up now. So let's see. It goes up. It's up. Oh, it should get stuck there on that wall, but it doesn't. Yeah, that's correct, because this one needs to know if it is a wall or not. Bool current is box, right? Not current is box, or so let's run this again. So now it should get stuck on that part. So now it should not allow it to go up. Nice. Okay. So that is cool. I just need to know how this returns into 105. One from the edge. Ah, so it only, yeah. No, it just showed the value for this single one. It didn't give the value for the whole thing as an example. So, but I think it's okay. 921 for the other one, right? So let's not skip. My test code, where was it? Let's not skip those. And let me just say that I don't know the value of this one yet. Okay. Ah, Boom. Exceptions? Wait, what happens here? What the? Stack overflow exception. Yeah, okay. Nice. Let's go. Pom, 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 pom. I should probably also do like if left is in bounds map not wall locations that contains left. Something like this. We just do it like this. Still get an exception here. That is interesting. Yeah, it needs to stop if it's out of bounds, but normally it would catch that case here, right? I mean, next needs to be in bounds. No, next needs to be in bounds. That is fine. The left one is just an extra thing for the double wide stuff. Let me think. When the direction is actually going right, you keep adding one to the left. Because this only needs to happen for the vertical case, not the horizontal case. So let's see. If direction that is vertical, then we need to do this. Otherwise, we don't care. I think. Let's see. What's the issue here? I think I'm messing up something here already. I should probably disable the console right line stuff. Let's see. Not quite. Which one is this? The first one? Okay. So it worked for this test case, but not for this one. Let's see, with the map surrounded by walls, you should never get out of bounds anyway. Or can you? Not really, but I can get, like, with the left thing, if it's a horizontal, it could just get into an infinite loop there. But I mitigated that by not checking that when it's... But my horizontal logic is probably still wrong for the for the part 2. Because for the vertical movement, this everything is fine. But for moving more consecutive ones, I need to fix the logic. Because I think I actually don't need to do the loop here. Because I made a recursive function, I should just call it like this. The only thing is that if it's a wall, like a how do you call it? If it's a free space, it returns. I don't think I actually need to do this. So basically what I should do, because it's now a recursive function, I don't need this while. This becomes an if. Otherwise we return false. So like if it's in bounds, the next location, like that, yes. If it's vertical, we check this one as well. If it's above here, otherwise. So this never needs to happen. Because this one will add all the logic there. And otherwise, I can, like here you can do return, let me think. Because these one will recursively check, and if there's not valid, it's true. So I think it's actually I think the logic then becomes this. Since all the boxes are checked, if there is a box connected, it will recursively check, and it will return if there's an opening in the end or not. Otherwise, it will yeah, if none of this triggers, then it returns true, and if this one fails, it's false. So I think this should be fine. The only issue is that for like if it's horizontal, for this case, I need to step one extra because there will be an empty space there because it's double wide, so I need to check another spot. So basically, if direction is horizontal, I need to next plus movement direction, otherwise it's just next. So like if it's a horizontal, I need to skip one extra space because we will have found a marker, and that needs to do that. Let's see. Next plus right. Yes. And I call this above, but it's like box next. So if it's directly there to the right, for moving to the right, this is okay. For moving to the left, I actually need to do, I probably need to do like a switch case, which is annoying. So I need to do switch direction. Case dir dat up, case dir dat down. And it won't like this because these are not constants, right? Oh no, it's okay. Break. Vertical. Case dir dat right. Case dir dat left. So if we go to the right, we just need to check this first one here, which is fine. Otherwise, you can't have actually a double white box left to you. You need to check one extra. So this becomes then this. Yes, like that. And the same thing goes for, no. So this is like for moving to the right, so for moving to the left, does it matter? Like it's hard to do it all like visually in my head. So for up and down, it's just fine. And then we need to also do this one. I think that's correct, but it gets really hard to figure it out right now. Let me just run this once more just to see if it helps. Same, I had to take control and steer the robot manually to figure out the final bug. Yeah, I can imagine. Let's go back to the skip 2 and see if we do the printing here at the end. Not quite. There's a bug still here. Also, why don't I print those? Oh yeah. That's the issue of my map printer. Since I only keep one location, I need to make sure that let me think. Bruce AM says, just finished part 2, it was such a pain. Yeah. And Save It Here says, how do you do out of bounds and the edges of the maps are always the wall? Should probably go back to the printing line by line right now. Yeah. This is a lot of right line. Let me see. Now it does. Oh, I should just stop that. Like in the code before, it did this correctly, so I broke something. So the recursive call still is a bit wonky there. Save Here says, is it easier if you treat the white box as a single O? No, what I did was I just mapped like the starting start of the box, and then I just make sure that for the cases where it's relevant, like in vertical positions, but also horizontal, I also take the next one to check. I could map both of them, but I think that either way, it's still something you have to account for, which is annoying. I'm just thinking what is the logic that you have to do, because you have like the current thing that you're looking at. Bruce said I remapped everything like description said. Yeah, I did the same. Like yes, I did that, but then I still only mapped the left angle bracket. G says good luck. I need to go to the supermarket. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for watching me struggle. Let's see. So you're always the same as, yeah, I can show you. Solve part 2, if I go here. Okay. Well, actually I can do it here and then just convert to part 2, blah, 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 here. So if you can see, I actually replaced all the input, but my logic just picks up the left ones, and I just use that. So in my output printing, I only have the coordinates for this one, and I say like, okay, just print out the the left angle bracket. I don't have like printing support for both things. I could do that. But then I would also have to update the locations of 2 items for every one. So now what I do is just I map the starting angle here as the box and I treat it as 2 wide. So that's why I always have logic from, okay, take that one plus, if you find it, that one plus the right one. And yeah, it's a pain, it's a pain, it's a pain. But looking at it here, it goes 1 to the left. Yeah, that's fine. So that would shift them over 1. This will be efficient only for left, right, but a pain for up, down. Yeah, for up, down I did it recursively, but you already need to do that anyway, so it's fine. Boom, 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 boom. Sure. Oh, I didn't do it. It's fine. So now here has open spot, so the direction is left. I did a stack instead of recursion. Okay. So the left one, because the current location is this, left one is 1 less. So now it says, okay, it's in bound of the maps. We don't have a wall at this one, or actually, this check is only for like, oh yeah, if not, it's not a box. You need to make sure that if you go to the right. So this one, or direction. So this is the case for when you move right, for the wall check. So now we switch for the left direction. You only need to check. So that's what for like a wall check to the left. There can't be a wall directly next to you because it's too wide, right? So you need to check 1 more. So this one should hit. So yes. So now we add the location of that wall, that box. So there's a box location at 3.8. So that is the connected boxes location that we add here, 3.8. So we collected that box. And now we need to make sure that we do it again. So now we need to go looking at 3.8. We have the same logic. We go left. We check is the one at 3.6, which there probably is. Yes. So we add 3.6. So that is fine. So now we know there's oh yeah, this one gets added because we're here. We add this one to our current, so now it's a list of 2. So now it says yes, it has an open spot to the left, so it can move. So our current location will be 3.9, but then we have all these boxes and we need to trim them out. And then for every box that's in there, we had like 3.8 and 3.6, so we add 3.7 and 3.5 now. So we have only 4.6 left, so we added 3.7 and 3.5 now, if it's all correct. Yes. So those are added now. So now it should be fine. Boom. So now those boxes have shifted one to the left. Like this is the right part of that box, so that is fine. So this first thing worked. Okay, the next movement. Oh, and I already stepped over it. It says has open spot, true, but 0 connected boxes. Is that true? What was the movement? Down. Yeah, that is true. So another down, that's also fine. So now it moved out of the way. So now it should go left a few times. Wait, what? Ah yeah, no connected boxes, right? That's fine. So this is also still left. Now we want to go up, I think. Yes. Okay, so now we're here and now we need to push everything up. So this one is now interesting. So it's up. So so we find one offset to the left, so that would be this box, which is fine. So yeah, because current next is 7, but we have 4.6, so that should be right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, yeah, okay. So that's the box that we found, and now we need to do the recursion function for that. So okay, we take the left, and to the left of that one is also a box, so that is fine. But it didn't do the other one yet. Oh wait, do I do a doubly? Ah, this one should not be here. Okay, so that's annoying. So let's just set a breakpoint for here. It needs to hit. Okay, so now we should be at the same place that we were before. Yeah, we're trying to go up. So now this is the first recursion. So this is 3.6, yes. So it checks, it has one there. So it now found this one, right? But I think the issue is that I didn't check the right one. So it's checking here, but it also needs to go that path, and I think it forgets that. So I think that is the issue here. So
So this one should return nothing. So it's alright, it returns true. It has an open spot, so that is fine. That one does nothing. Which one is next? 3, 6. Sure, that's the actual one above it. So that would be there. So there's no location there, so that is fine. So that is also good. So here it has an open spot, so that is fine. It found the one above it, so we now have 2. Now we need to collect the other one. And this one it doesn't find. But let's see. Since it's also a box, it needs to check the +1 there as well. So like the logic here, if current is box, then we need to actually check the +1. And we don't actually need that box next and is white match, so we can actually get rid of that. It just adds noise, so let's remove it. So we do it next plus div.write. Same logic there. So I think this one, wait. For 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Ah, okay. In the other recursion, it already forgot that, I think. So yeah, let's try this again. Connected boxes that add. Did I forget to do that? Yeah, good call. And this one should hit, so let's set a breakpoint to see if we... Nice, okay. So does that mean that we do it properly now? Let's see. Left. Okay, almost correct, because this one shouldn't happen. Because this one will hit a wall. So let's see. What's the grid coordinate of that? Hey, Black Silver, thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We're doing Advent of Code part days 15 part 2. SLI ver Sliver. Sorry. Oh, is it Magic the Gathering callback? I used to play Sliver deck way back when. Yeah, nice. It's fun. It was actually, I think in Core Set 2020 they were part of it, right? Yeah, I remember it. It was a lot of fun playing Slivers when you can build up the Magic combinations. So yeah, have you been doing Advent of Code as well? And if so, how did you fare? For me, part 1, I coded it. I've been coding for like, I think half an hour. And I ran it and it worked right away. So I had high hopes for part 2. And then I totally underestimated all the edge cases for part 2. So I have some cases fixed. I just need to make sure that this one checks the wall properly. And I thought that I had that because it's basically this logic. just need to remove this one, I think. I had very little bugs, took forever to find. Ah, yeah. I can imagine. Let's run this again. Is it smart now? Let's see. It goes up and it gets stuck. Nice. It moves to the left. It goes up. It pushes that one up. That looks like it does what it needs to do, right? This looks like the end result that we need. Okay. And I did the printing thing wrong, so I need to print every step. I need to actually make that a condition. So let me see. Sure, for the first one. No, for the next one. In part 2 it says this. But that's the actual logic for this one, I think. Let me see. Because I don't have the test value for this first one set, have I? Ah, I skipped the... Do I skip the first one? That was actually the real output there. Let's go back to the test input and not skip this and make sure that we actually check them. So P1 10986. What was the expected? Ooh, close, but no cigar. It's still 9608, and I had that answer like a few times already. So that is annoying. Do we have an expected? No. That's 618, but we don't have an expected one for that as well. Okay. So I wonder why it does this. In the scaled up version of the log exam from above, after the robot had finished all of its moves, the warehouse would look like this. I should probably print out that one though, just to see if it's yes. So not close at all to what it needs to be. So this is also something that shouldn't be able to, shouldn't happen. Because in my print output, I did it in a way that I actually did the transformation to this, but I only mapped the left side, and then in my printing, I only print that left side. But the fact that it can do this is wrong. So I should probably go back and see where that happens. Because there should never be two things connected like that. Could make a GIF out of this. So this still all looks fine. Move stuff over, then it goes down again. Starts to move something there, goes back. Marta says, are you sure you want to stick to the idea of simulating one box wide instead of actually making everything too wide and solve it there? But the thing is, if you do the two characters, you will then every time have to look up the other one, and you still have to do all the same logic that I do right now. So I'm not sure if I actually making it harder, because if you push the right side, then you will also need to do it for the left side and look it up, and that's basically what I'm doing right now. So I'm not simulating it with one. Small example part 2 should be 1751. Okay, let me just put it in just in case. This one? Or this one? Let me see. So I understand what you're trying to say, Amarte, but I'm actually not trying to do it with one. It just looks like that. It does so much movement with nothing happening. Okay, here is the first bug. Moving something to the right. This should have also shifted over. So that's where it goes wrong. Pushing something to the right. Let's see, Amate. So I suggest you set your console position to 0, 0 and see what the robot actually pushes. For one of yeah, let's see. For the second one, yeah, I could do that. But it basically means that this logic here is incorrect. When the animation is in one spot, it's easier to see what's going on. Yeah. Wait. When it's a bug, it needs to check the next one. Like if it's a wall, no, if it's if the thing that we're checking right now is a wall, did I call it like? Oh yeah, current is box. I need to check +1 to the right. Yes. So but let me think. This needs to be plus dir dot right. This is the only thing that I need to do. Because when it enters here, the first time, it will check this location, and that means that for the next, I need to go one further, right? Yeah, I think this is the issue here. But let me just, I can skip the first one and then change the, let's see, I can do this one and then just start pushing right. Or I can just not do that and see what the thing looks like if I end up with the same double ones. We don't want to print each time. Let me just run this. Nope, nope, nope. And then this big one. we have no double locations here, so that is good. So that at least looks better. Let's see. It's still not correct because there's one here that shouldn't be there. But at least that bug is solved. Let's see. So it's a bit annoying that the tiny one works, but the bigger one doesn't. And there are so many steps that it's hard to see when it goes wrong. What I can do is make the printing better. Let's just fix the output printing. You could make a smaller example with just 2 boxes and a single right move. No, the right move worked. I already figured that out. That bug was solved right now. So I have the box marker, and now I can just do select X, X plus div.right. Right, so this now becomes I can now do box right marker, box left marker. I'll just do it like this, and now I will print double wide, right? The only issue is that if I have an issue now, I won't see it properly, but because there will be overlap and it won't show properly. But see, now it will print like this. See? So this might be easier for you to see. Because this is basically also what I do in the code, right? So this example is fine. I just need to figure out why this one doesn't work. It's also like this one, my marker ends up somewhere else. And the only thing that I can do is just printing out the move every time, which is so annoying. Yellow boxes, sure, can make them yellow if you want. Let me think. Movement to string. Amata says, I still say print frame by frame, set cursor to 0, before each frame. Ah, okay. Yeah, sure. You mean like console set console person. I didn't, when you said that previously, I didn't get it. Didn't get what you meant, but I understand now. The only thing is, I mean, it's fun to look at, but um, it's hard to spot a mistake like this. Because it might be that it wants to move, but it doesn't, right? So the issue is probably somewhere where it doesn't, it says you are not allowed to go there, but it should be allowed to go there. So I think like in moving like in this area, when it moved down, I think it hesitated once somewhere. I'm not sure. So yeah, it will be hard to up. I should probably add up pad right 10 to make sure that it overrides that. But yeah, so we had a nice animation and it looked somewhat okay, but you can't tell if something is wrong from that animation. So you probably have to manually step and show like, okay, what was the movement? Because I put that down here, what was the movement? Sure, let me fire up YouTube and slow down the video. Yeah, I'll be my guest. Save it here, said I had to use the simple test case and come up with my own set of moves because I hate it when the robot just wanders around doing nothing, lol. Yeah, I know. I know, but it's very hard to validate. Trinko says, I watched it for minutes, but without knowing which way I was trying to go, you can't be sure. If you control the robot, you know where you want to go and you can arrange the tricky... Alright. That is also correct. Actually, that might be fun. Let's just do that and do the interactive. Let's see. Okay. I tried to script it, but because the map is set as aligned at first, it just a pain since you can't stagger the boxes in the other. Yeah, I'm gonna write an interactive one. Let's see. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay. At least this is fun. Boom, 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 boom. So that would give us an interactive one. I need to print it out first. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So this is fun. Oh wait, did I see something weird there? No, that is fine. Oh, that was a bug. Did you see that one? Can I recreate it? Oh no, maybe it wasn't. I thought it was staggered like this. My bad. I mean, it looks good so far. Oh, look. It won't go to the right here. So this is a bug. I think every case is fine except this one. So it won't push it all the way to the edge. Yeah, I have to give credit to Trinko for the idea, but yeah. Almost spotted the difference between my animation and yours. It's about 70% of all steps. Ah, Amarte, I found the issue you can stop. It's this case here. It won't push it further to the right, see? Boom. So I can now set a breakpoint and actually debug it. Boom. So let's see. So it's not currently a box, so that is good. There's a box in the next one. Oh, wait. This one is false. Set next statement. Actually, I need to set this to false because I skip it. If I do this, then it gives true with no connected boxes. This is my bug because I skip over to the right. I don't need to have this logic there. So I think that would fix it. So now I would be able to here, and I think everything else should work. But let's just do escape. Why doesn't it accept my escape button? Because it does not read that as a key. I wonder where my logic is right now. We don't want to print each step. Oh, outside of range? What is this? Ah. Okay. Dot single or default. Would that do it? No. String CMD is this. It's fine. I'll just do it like this. That's easier. No, I don't want to print each step. Now the question is, did it get, I think it got all the correct answers. Probably don't need to do this one after it's done. That will make it easier to read, but I think the debug asserts finish, so it should be fine now. So P1, A21. Nice. No, we don't need that. So now the second one is 1715, which is also working. So I think we have it right now. So I can just put these in as the expected test values because I think it's working right now. Funny that I don't have actual test values for this case. So yeah. Do I do part 2 already? Yeah. Let's see. Damn. Yeah, the heavy yellow boxes. I forgot to update the color for the left side. Haha. Okay, this took way longer than expected. But I really like the interactive mode to make it to chase down the bugs. I should have done that way sooner and take like an hour off of the coding and debugging. But yeah. This looks cursed. Let's fix that. See, I did one in yellow and the other in green, so. Still looks cursed because I think I still forgot something. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. I will have to look into why that didn't work. Left box marker, right box marker. So why is it only doing it half green? Move that to a method so you don't have to change it everywhere. Yeah, sure. I have a print function, but boom, 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 boom. Yellow, yellow. It's just the shadow on the boxes, yeah. It's weird, it just refuses to. Do I have another print part that I forgot to update? Oh. Let's see. Print path. Oh, that is fine. It should all be in day 15. Yellow, yellow. Green, green, so doesn't matter, but yeah. Box location +1. I don't know. No, it's just cursed. It's fine. I'll probably have to fix that or look at it, but not right now. I'm happy that it's solved, and I like the interactive one. I will have a bunch of code to refactor, but time to debug system.console. Yeah, I'm sure that's where the issue lies, and not in my janky code there. But no, it was fun. As always, let's look at what everybody else did. For those that are new, you can post your code to my Discord, and I'll take a look at the code and see what everyone else did. So let's see. Marte was the first to submit something. This time I tried to mimic Unreal Engine game code, how it looks like and how it does operate. It's a small sample, but maybe if somebody's never saw anything like it, it would be interesting. That's why it took me some time. I had to prepare some sort of loop with an actual tick function. Okay. Mirzad says maybe the wall locations box location needs to include the box locations +1. Let's quickly look at it. Oh, you're totally right. Yep. You're totally right. Would it take this? Yep, that's 100% it. Because it doesn't see that as a location there. So it's green now. Oh yeah, it's the visited location versus not visited. So I should, actually I should just probably do it like this. I can just, I forgot how my own function works, so it overrides it, I think. See? Now we have it as expected. But now it looks cursed this way, because the rest is white. So I had yellow, yellow, white and red. So I can make the walls green. The print path was actually, it would show up, it would, the thing that I put in first will mark as green. So this is like old code that I wrote to print like the path that was taken inside of a map. So I needed to remove everything from the first one so that it won't show up green. And now I can just make this one green. See, so now the empty space is a period. It's fine. So yeah. Let's look at Amarte's code. Also, I've made a visualization. That was the whole reason to make it game-like. I want to create some kind of framework that will do visualizations and maybe interact input without too much boilerplate code and actual day implementation. Okay, let's look at the fun stuff first. Look at the little robot go. Yeah, it was already fun when I printed that out. It would actually be fun if like the robot would print out a message in the end or something. Now that I see the bigger, it's like, hey, there's lots of room for activities, so you could actually have the robot spell something out. Or maybe have it like, yeah, you could have like a million operations that then somewhere in there hide like word messages and you have to find the sentence or something. That would be cool to like have to OCR all the things while it runs. Maybe it does, but the walls block it. Yeah, who knows. Let's see. Okay. Let's go over to the code. Yeah, I added this to my helper class just so because it's commonly used. So next time I won't have to put that in. Is move command okay? Is actor symbol robot wall good? What's good? Just a period. Let's see. Create actor. Location symbol good. A robot wall. Null pointer. This is this. Okay. Compute answer for current world. If actors get GPS coordinate. Okay. Draw map. Office size. Chair. Program map for green, blue. Okay. It's like full mark, so basically FFF or 255, 255, 255 for white, sure. It walks the map. Let's see, it checks if there is a actor of that type at that location, and if so, get icon, get attributes. Okay. Create a simple progress bar, sure. That was what we saw in the bottom half. Actually, no, this console mode is 16 colors, but those flags together give white. Okay. Yeah, because it's like this. I assume this is like 25500. This is 02550. This 00255. So combined, they make a fully set thing, but. Or is this just enums? Okay. Either way, I understand what you're trying to do. What is this character? 258. Probably not that one. Those are just defined in Windows 8. Microsoft did that part. Okay. Move to progress. Position is y minus 1 times. Okay. Okay, yeah. It walks back. It's a block code. Okay. So it's like no. Okay. Clear console, sure. I'll read input. This is for the parsing, right? You can step over this. For step 2, you just inline it here, sure. Begin play. Task completed that. these are not empty here. We may have a memory leak. Okay. Good to have sanity checks from time to time. Active CNC not empty. World map, read input. If robot, construct controller. Unable to find robot. Sure. Why did you pass in the robot? Or that's a global thing here. Okay. World is your world. Start over again. All of this world will now be done by engine or some visualizer. Okay. Enable visualization, draw map, and play, clear up. Okay. Tick. Okay. If we have visualization disabled, just simulate everything at once. Okay. Movement commands, robot move. Sure. Probably want to take a look at this one. Else, and this is this to allow for hooking up OBS to console window. Ah, okay. So it's a delay here, or repeat tick. Okay. Normal tick starts here. I usually just have like in my other visualization, I just have like, okay, hit return to start. So because I usually mess up with my estimations, not just in how long stuff takes, but also like in this stuff, how long it takes to get everything ready to record, etc., or to attach a debugger. I used to do that, like just do a system a thread.sleep for like 10 seconds to be able to attach a debugger before it starts. But yeah. Let's see. If we have movement commandos, take the first one, execute the move. If the command is execute, the last thing they want us to do, and also set a timer so a higher value so that we'll see the result for a bit before it's being discarded. Yeah, makes sense. Draw map. There was no sure. If not task completed, add some delays there. Sure. Let's see. Possess. What is this? Possess. Active to possess. Okay. The move logic here. Can move. If so, move. Can move. This. So this is the bounce check and like. Right joint actor. If he can move. Sure. And then the actual movement. So if it's not inside of bounds, but probably the checks are all done before, so this should probably never fire, right? Let's see. Normally you have a controller. That controller is a player, and that possesses actually tells control which actor to move. If I wanted, I could move any wall. Or yeah, okay, sure. Move anything that is in our path. Okay. Okay. If not, move joint and the y. Wait. Why would you not do the move joint? Let's see. Okay. World set, then move us. Okay, yeah. Still cleaner than everything I wrote today, I think. Looks nice. Let's see. Ah, that was a video. Was that a different video than you posted before? Oh, I should not do this. Should probably just click on YouTube. Because each white box is actually two actors grouped together, so moving horizontal is not a problem, but vertically I have to move it. Ah, okay, sure. Look at the little robot go. Twinko, let's see, after cleaning up the original mess, still not my nicest code. I won't judge you too hard, don't worry. Let's see. Movement. Get line, sure. Parsing. Is box. Sure. Okay, this checks a location. And what it says, and if I didn't have any parameter, each actor would try to move its group party. So first one says move, but the other one moves itself, but does not attempt to move. Okay. So this one is just checking values, init robot. Okay, that looks up. That one, scale. This is the translation for part 2. Stack overflow protection, yeah. Move P1, game on robot. Let's see. Pause the robot this. If not, that one, you move forward. If it's that, return. This is smart. It will just ignore all the... it will just try to find the first period. Then the first thing... Yeah, it will just skip over anything that's not a period. How does the bound checking work here? Because won't this keep going forever if there's never a period? Let's see. If not, pause is that. So it matches a box or a wall. So while it matches a box or a wall, it will keep going. Oh yeah, it will actually, never mind. I'm an idiot. Because this one will be executed for each step. Never mind. Then if it hits a wall, it says, okay, never mind, we're not there. Otherwise, it will just take from that location and it will try every robot, walk back. Nice. Trinko says, yep, I find the first empty spot and then swap the tiles backwards. It also aborts completely if it hits a wall. Yeah, smart. Is blocked. Let's see. If the period falls, otherwise true. I just actually handle left, right side without further case checks. Okay. Turn is blocked. Sure. Push. Okay, yeah. Move P2, sideways didn't change, sure. The next is blocked. GPS sum, day 15, R2. Let's see. Did you do both WAST and no? This JKLI and the other one is AILK. Wait, what? I spotted a copy paste bug. Okay. I thought this was like support for both the JKLI and WAST, but that should be WAST on the right. Yes, okay. No worries. Hey, I caught something. It's nice. So you could actually do 2-player where you have 2 robots competing to move stuff to left or the right. You can make a game out of it. You have all the game logic, the core game loop. You have it already. So now you just drop in a second ampersand in the map, and then have like the JKL for player 2, and the WASD for player 1, and then you can compete to who gets all the boxes on their side. So yeah, nice. And welcome to the new people on the Discord. My Rust solution, the biggest difference is the pushable boxes method. Let's see. Right now it's a game without a goal, but the logic is there. Yeah. Pushable boxes. Find all the boxes that must be moved in a direction, assuming expanded coordinates. I had left, I had right. Okay. Why did divided by 2 here? Let's see. Input by grid ahead at x divided by 2. Let's see if I read more. Tapco Wild. Boxes are terrible. Yeah. Did you do day 15 as well? The grid is still non-expanded. Okay. How long did it take you, Tapco? Let's see. Box. If it's horizontal, sure. Else push ahead, right. For part 2, like 30 minutes. Well, you did a lot better than me then. I had to debug and make it interactive to spot the bugs. But now I have a core game loop apparently, so. Let's see, right half of a box, push left. Okay, so I assume this is gone. Yeah, okay. The thing that I wonder is like, yeah. But like when you go forward, like if you, there's no need to go to the right, right? Like straight ahead will be a box, or to your left there will be I'm trying to translate this into, because it looks like you check 3 places here when I only expect 1 to be checked. So that's why it's but you assume the current one is a box, so it will be too wide already, so you check. Yeah, okay. Is that the thing? So this always be from the perspective of a box itself? Let's see, Method X says, if I hit the left half of a box, I recurse ahead and to the right. Oh, okay. I did something similar, right? But I was just confused by, you have like ahead, left, and ahead, right. So that gives me 3 positions. So I was wondering like, okay, but that makes sense if it's a box. From a box perspective, because it's too wide, it needs to check like 1 to the left could be the right side of a box, in front of it could be a box or the left side, and 1 to the right could be the left side of a box. So from a box perspective it makes sense, but from the character perspective you only need to look at like ahead and 1 to the left for like the start of a box plus the left of another box. Well, the start can be the left of another, but yeah, I understand. Let's see. This is the parsing, I assume, with text.lines.next map or 0. Okay. I'm not used to reading Rust, so bear with me a little bit. Sure. So I wonder where is the part that it splits like the okay. That is this part basically. It will stop when it finds an empty line, right? Okay. At least I assume that's what happens here. Take while length is larger than 0. So the moves height +1, yeah, because that will be the rows. That makes sense. So you skip all the rows plus the empty line, and then you just turn everything into Jesus. This looks. I know it's a discard, but it just looks really weird when you have like discard surrounded by smaller and equal signs. Let's see. Yeah, it's like it's trying to make faces here. Okay, nice. Input mapping. There's a lot of the same code here, but let's see if somehow it moves by. Hit an unpushable box. Okay. I wonder if this pushable box is that needs a direction as well, right? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Nice. So you keep track of each box that is able to be moved in a certain direction? That's pretty nice if so. Yeah, looks nice. It's I expected it that I have a more difficult time reading the Rust code, but it's nice. Let's see. I think I saw somebody else. Yeah, Bruce also pasted his Python here. You need to fork this repository to propose changes. I think that's fine. Boom. Let's see what Bruce did. Read the file. Split by new line. Those calls. So you override the add sign with the period because it becomes a free space. And you map the location there. Okay. So these are, yeah. Okay, you convert these into numeric offset into this. Then for one, let's see. For each move, sure. Next X plus D, yeah. You check if it's empty, if so, fine. Check if it's a box. Okay, nice. So you keep going to find all the boxes, and then if you find a period, you move all those boxes, and otherwise you just continue. Nice. Let's see. Rebuild grid, okay. Bruce says yes. Oh yeah, this is the mapping for part 2. What do we do here? Check if we find a box. Check if we move horizontally, and otherwise it's a vertical case. So horizontally, it's basically the same, except you probably have an offset somewhere there. And for up down, let's see, yeah. And you do it, okay, sure. If you not found the wall, then you process it otherwise. Yeah, nice. Okay, I think that's it for today. It was fun, but a bit frustrating to debug until I got the golden suggestion to just make it interactive. And I mean, it was a lot of fun to just walk around on the map, like boom, and then just being able to do this is fun. Boom. Actually, let me see if I do this. Then it should move the entire stack down. Yep, it's fun. It's a bit like a Tetris logic as well now, right? So if you do the like a game from the 90s, yeah, could be. You could make like the basics for Tetris is here. Only you need to expand the logic to be like more. Because it's like Sokoban expect pushing more than one box. I'm not familiar with Sokoban, but I believe you. Yep, it's fun. Okay, I guess we'll find somebody to raid then. Let's turn off Spotify. Let me turn on my audio. And let's look at who we can raid today. Just like this, with the goal to push boxes onto target tiles. Okay. So let's go to Advent of Code. Let's see. Hey, that's me. 20 viewers. Nice. I don't look at that number, but it's always nice to see. This looks Russian. So I'll just go to the general category to see if somebody else didn't have the tag up. Boom, 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 boom. Pass on CPU.
Maybe.
Out of control Roomba. Okay.
Are we?
Let's see. Can I just do this? And now I get a. I hate it. Get. Let's just raid them. But let's wait till I can actually watch it, and it sucks with all these commercials. Turbo for the win. Yeah, but I don't use Twitch enough. I have YouTube Premium, but... So let's raid them now.
And it's done.
Let's see. Yeah, thanks everybody as well, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
The other arguments, so we just do okay, so here is one of the powers of using